Hey, what's up, beautiful jellyfish? It's Tracy. Ignore the fact that there are no blankets on my bed. I come home from work and what do I see but my cat vomits on my sheets. Great, yeah, awesome, cool. Vomited all over my blankets. So I was like, great, thanks, Midnight. Okay, so it's like been one of those days, lots of little things going off and, you know, my life right now. Alright, so hope you guys are doing well. So I came up with this video idea and I don't know, I was inspired by a couple of things and I was like thinking about how when people see magic cards and how they're designed, they think that, some people think that there's only like one way to use a card. Meanwhile, a lot of times, especially with like removal spells, magic cards have multiple uses. So I wanted to give like a couple examples basically for like what I'm talking about. So this came up when I was in a tournament and I was playing blue-white. This was the first blue-white list that I think I played. And I was like, hold on, can I sit crisscross applesauce on this chair? I don't know if it's gonna happen. Okay, crisscross applesauce? Did I really just use that? Oh my gosh, I'm such a teacher. Okay, so that's like kindergarten teacher though. No, I'm not gonna be teaching kids that young. But what am I saying? So, oh yeah, okay, so, when I was playing this blue-white control list, and my opponent's, like, board wipe, and I had Wall of Omens, and I had Path to Exile in my hand, and I was playing against Tron, and Tron doesn't have a lot of creatures. They've got, like, you know, Wurmcoil Engine, which I'm like, whatever. I was like, Supreme Verdict. Snapcaster Supreme Verdict, your things, I don't really care about that too much. So, and you know what, if I waste a path, I'll probably have got like Snapcaster Mage in my hand, so I can just snap path if they play Wurmcoil Engine. So my opponent's like blow up the board, and I had like Wall of Omens and like whatever. And then I was like, okay, I was like, in response I'm gonna Path to Exile my Wall of Omens. And my opponent's like, what? Why would you do that? Like, that's weird. And it's weird, it's like, things like that where the card, when you have like a card like Path, and a lot of people think that it reads exile target opponent's creature from the game. Nuh-uh, boo-boo. You can use this stuff for your creatures too. Okay, now why on earth would you want to Path to Exile your Wall of Omens? Well, in that scenario, you're playing against Tron. They don't have a lot of creatures. Also, if you're playing a deck that's like blue-white, it's got a ton of removal. You also run Snapcaster Mage, which, let's be real here, a lot of people, like Snapcaster Mage is a 2/1 creature, but a lot of times the relevant part of Snapcaster is the flashback card that you get from it. We're going to be actually talking about Snapcaster Mage in a little bit, so we'll save that. But, yeah, so like, I path my stuff all the time, so why would I do that? Okay, well I'm going to path it because I don't really have a lot of targets in like a Tron matchup, for example. I have other means of dealing with their stuff. I wouldn't do that if I wasn't like, not like desperate, but it like, I wouldn't do it if they had like a board of stuff and I didn't have like any, if I didn't have like any board wipes or something. But if I knew, like, if I had a board wipe in my hand, or I had one in my grave and I had a Snapcaster in my hand, or I Serum Visions knew something was on top for my scry, I'd be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna path my thing. So that I can Sphinx's Rev for another. When your Sphinx is revving for, like, 3 on, your opponent's most likely going to die. When you're at that late stage in the game where you can Sphinx's Rev, where you get more of your pieces and you get more of your answers, and you also gain life, which is relevant in a lot of matchups, your opponent's like, okay, cool, yeah, Sphinx's Rev card's nuts. So, that would be another instance. Say you're playing Abzan, and you're like, okay, why would I Path to Exile my thing if my opponent's like, blow up the board? I don't know, another land for Gavony Township if you're one land off and you really, really need that land or whatever. So cards have multiple, like, things that you can do on them. They have multiple options, basically. And this is, like, I think something that when you get to the stages of, like, really knowing, like, your deck and, like, how your deck works, I think are, you know, and being just like a better Magic player, I think, and not just seeing, I'm only ever gonna path my opponent's creatures, because sometimes the right move is to actually path your own stuff. That's one example. Here's my favorite example, my Snapcaster Mage example. Guys, can I tell you how many times I ambush Viper Snapcaster Mage? I seriously hardcast Snapcaster Mage and I don't flash anything back. This confuses my opponents so much, it's so funny. Like, sometimes you're dead on board. Sometimes you're just straight up dead, and if you do not play Snapcaster Mage to just block because you've tapped your mana for, like, I don't know, something stupid like Serum Visions or whatever, and you're, that's not stupid, but like something else, and you're all like, I really need to draw a board wipe right now, and then you're like, okay, cool, so if I don't just vanilla Snapcaster Mage, I'm just gonna die. It confuses your opponent so much because they're like, what are you gonna flash back? And you're like, nothing, it's just an ambush viper. Or sometimes you just kill people with it. Like, sometimes you're in, like, a thing where, like, I don't know, your opponent, like, blood moons you or something, and you're all like, alright, well, I know I'm not gonna be Snapcaster Maging whatever, because I'm not gonna get another blue source for a while, and my opponent's got nothing going on, I'm just gonna play Snapcaster Mage at the end of turn and then kill them with it. I've done that too, so many times. So, that's Snapcaster Mage is probably just, like, my favorite example of, like, playing it as just an ambush viper. Your opponent's like swinging with my things, and you're all like, cool, and they think they have you dead, and they're like, get ready, township, whatever, and you're like, Snapcaster, block your Tarmogoyf, animate Celestial Colony to kill you. Yeah, nuts. Oh, that's another one of my favorite things to do in blue-white. Seriously, guys, this deck's sweet. You're like, your opponent's like, kill your Celestial Colony, you're like, path it in response. That's nuts, because you tap it in response. It's just, like, the sweetest thing ever. Yeah, okay. Another one of my favorite examples. So, I have a friend, my friend Mikey, plays Tron. I love him. I hate the deck. But I love him. He's a great kid. So, he plays Tron, right? And one card that a lot of people are using to stop Tron, I used it when I played Red, is Crumble to Dust. That card's nuts. That card just actually... Like, Tron can still come back from that. Like, my friend Mikey can come back from this. This kid's a savage with this deck, actually. Like, you know, there's some people who just get really good luck. Like, I had this one kid who's really good with Bloom Titan and be like, yeah, Multa 4, casually just kill you on turn 2. Yeah, okay, he can Multa 3. He Multa 3, had 2 Tron lands and an Expedition map, and then did his whole thing, and then Karn off the top and killed his opponent. And I was like, really? Why don't I get that lucky? When I Multa 5, it's like 5 lands, or like 4 lands and like, whatever, Lightning Bolt or something. I'm just like, my moles aren't that good. Anyways, so this kid's a savage, and he'll do this thing where, like, you know, he'll have, like, his mana up, and he'll do, like, whatever, Expedition Map or something, or Chromatic Star, whatever. Or Sphere, whatever. And you're like, crumble to dust your Tron land, he's like, Ghost Quarter it in response. That's so savage. That's so awesome, because people are like, oh, Ghost Quarter. You only ever Ghost Quarter your opponent's land. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh, boo-boo. When you're in that incident, you, like, really are like, okay, well, my lands get exiled. Would you rather them exiled, like, gone forever, where your opponent also gets to, like, peek through your deck? Or, nah, would you rather them, you know, get rid of a land, you get a basic, and then you can use an Expedition land, and then get your Ugin, or, like, your Karn, or, like, whatever, and kill them. So... yeah, definitely playing, like, to your outs, and basically looking at the board in a myriad of ways. That's, like, one of my favorite words, myriad, it's super fun. So, looking at the board in ways where, you know, and cards in ways that, like, hey, I know I use this card this one way all the time, but maybe there's, like, another, like, secret hidden way that I could use this card that can help you out. Think outside the juice box, and, yeah. Alright, cool. I really want to keep talking to you guys, but I don't really have anything else to say. That was pretty much all I got. Let me know of some cool incidences that you guys have had where you've been like, I did this savage thing and it confused my opponent. Those are, like, the best. I'm a huge fan of those when you just use a card in a way that's, like, it's totally not designed for. Yeah, that's awesome. I love things like that. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your day / night. Hopefully your cats, if you have them, don't vomit on your bed like mine. Alright, that'll be fun to clean up. Okay, alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.